So who is the ideal person that somebody listening should introduce to Joe and the payment process?
It would be
what's their description?
Yeah, the from an ideal customer perspective for the payment process, a mid-tier, multi-location or larger e-commerce client that is not doing transaction one. If you're selling at craft shows, honestly, your best bet is Square or something like that, because you're doing 4 to 8 transactions a month. And I don't want to say you don't care, but the fee is going to be the fee and you're not going to be able to negotiate much. But a mid-tier client that has multiple locations or is in a couple different states or has a rather large e-commerce presence would benefit from a review and for us to talk, because from that perspective, they're big enough where they've got a certain amount of volume, but not big enough a la Starbucks, Walmart, to hire someone like me as a full-time employee to just, Joe, go fix that. They hire people to do that internally. Mid-tier clients don't have that rev stream to do it. They need, in essence, a fractional payments guy to come in and help with that without having to pay full-time for it.
Okay, so it's becoming clear to me. You come in as a fractional payments guy, and a lot of fractional outsource.
They're actually trying to create a term called CPO. I'm like, really, CPO, 3PO? Really, we're going to go there? Chief Payments Officer is what they're trying to phrase this as. I'm like, look, let's just call it an operations support technician, whatever. Let's not call it C3PO, please. Thank you.
Okay, that's amazing. So what you're saying is you're not coming in trying to be the one processing their payments. You're coming in trying to see who the people that they're paying. Let me look at it and see if you're getting taken advantage of.
Yep.
And it sounds like. And I've heard people have this business model. I don't know exactly how your business model works, but I've heard people in that space of looking at what people are paying. Typically, it's a percentage of what they save them. Is that how your business model works, or is it
the reason and here's why mine doesn't work that way? It is a flat fee or a negotiated rate that I pay, and here's why. As a consultant, and I've done this before in larger companies where I am a full-time employee, you go in and you make recommendations to the clients as the way they should manage their business to manage their fees. And even when I was working at some pretty large payment processors, we would go into our clients and say, look, you need to come up to speed and not be doing MagStripe and start taking EMV, which is chip, which is where everybody's gone, because you face a higher risk. And we had the client look us in the face and say, that's great. Thanks. And we walked out the door and they did no implementation. So now on the fees that I could have saved them, just because I make the recommendation as a consultant doesn't mean they're going to take them. And my job is to recommend what you should do. It is up to you as the business owner. So from my perspective, yeah, sure, I could go on a percentage save. Client's got to implement it. And when a client typically, many times, there's a cost value to it too. To swap out all of your terminals and make them EMV compliant, there's a certain cost that comes to that. Some companies don't want to bear that burden. Yeah, right up until they're eating all of the chargebacks because the major card brand said, look, if you're not taking EMV and a chargeback comes through, you have no argument for it. You eat that chargeback straight away because you did not take the transaction the right way. So my point to you is that yes, it is a fee-based process that is negotiated. Typically, it's 10x on what is saved because it's not hard to do, to be honest with you.
Man, that's amazing. Is there not a question that I did not ask that I should have?
No.